Alright, let's dive into something that's got the comic book world buzzing. Imagine this: the nephew of a legendary artist, someone who's been shrouded in mystery for decades, is about to go live on a stream. That's right, Mark Ditko, the nephew of Steve Ditko, the co-creator of Spider-Man, is appearing on the Experience livestream tonight. And personally, I think this is way more than just a casual chat. It's a rare glimpse into the legacy of a man who shaped the comic book industry but remained an enigma to most. Here's the thing: Steve Ditko wasn't just a brilliant artist, he was a figure of intrigue. The popular image of him as a reclusive, almost bitter genius is something we've all heard. But what many people don't realize is that this narrative might be more myth than reality. Mark Ditko has been vocal about his uncle's true nature: a private person, yes, but one with a strong work ethic and a deep belief in letting his art speak for itself. This raises a deeper question: how much of what we think we know about Ditko is based on fact, and how much is just legend? What makes this really interesting is the timing. With the new Spider-Man movie hitting theaters, Frank Miller called it the most Ditkoist movie yet. That's a bold statement, considering Ditko's influence on the character's early days. But it also highlights how Ditko's work continues to resonate, even decades later. And now, Mark is stepping into the spotlight to preserve and promote his uncle's legacy, especially after Steve's passing in 2018. It's almost like a torch being passed, but in a way that feels more about honoring the past than just nostalgia. One thing that immediately stands out is the art being sold alongside this event. Original pages from Spider-Man's history, including Mary Jane Watson and Punisher panels, though none by Steve Ditko himself, which is a bit of a bummer. But here's where it gets fascinating: these pieces are by artists like John Romita Jr. and Mark Bagley, who carried the torch after Ditko. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a sale, it's a celebration of a lineage of creators who built on Ditko's foundation. It's a reminder that while Ditko was a pioneer, his influence lives on through others. From my perspective, Mark Ditko's role here is crucial. He's not just a family member, he's a bridge between the past and the present. He discovered his uncle's fame in the 90s and reconnected with him, gaining insights that few others have. His foreword in Ditko Shrugged and his involvement in exhibitions and restoration show a dedication to keeping Ditko's legacy alive. But what this really suggests is that legacy isn't just about the art, it's about the stories behind it, the people who carry it forward, and the myths we need to unravel. A detail I find fascinating is how Mark describes his uncle as someone who preferred his art to speak for itself. In an age where creators are often expected to be public figures, Ditko's approach feels almost revolutionary. It makes me wonder, would he have thrived in today's social media-driven world, or would he have doubled down on his privacy? Personally, I think his philosophy, "let the work speak," is something we could all learn from. It's a counterpoint to the constant noise of self-promotion that dominates our culture. So, as we tune into the experience tonight, I'm not just expecting a Q&A session. I'm hoping for a deeper conversation about what it means to preserve someone's legacy, to challenge the myths we've built around them, and to appreciate the art they left behind. Mark Ditko isn't just sharing stories about his uncle, he's inviting us to rethink how we understand one of the most influential figures in comics. And honestly, that's what makes this moment so compelling. What do you think? Is Ditko's legacy something we've misunderstood all along? Or is there more to uncover? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're into this kind of deep dive. Because when it comes to Steve Ditko, the story is far from over.